our very best value of the day, and I'll give you a heads up right now, it is already across a couple different sizes getting extremely limited. So we'll kind of tell you what's going on. It's the first time ever that Colleen Lopez has done a beautiful bangle. And I want to thank Colleen for letting me and Lamar sit in tonight. Unfortunately, she's feeling under the weather, so we have decided that we were going to jump in here for her. And I really am, quite frankly, honored to present this, because what Colleen has done is what she always has done. She has this amazing reputation and an amazing following. Of those of you who love her, you know she does beautiful clothing and she does impeccable jewelry. What she decided to do was to do something she's never attempted before in her collection, and that is to do a fabulous oval bangle in some of the most exotic gemstones in the world and some of the best quality you will find in the world at a price that Lamar nor I can get over. Like, I just can't believe she was able to pull this off, because it's all real, it's all 100% precious metal, and it's all available right now. Now, as we go through the choices, remember there are 3 sizes, but since it was so popular last hour, I'm gonna give you updates right now. We start off here with what's called the multi-gem tourmaline. These are all tourmaline stones, and every single stone is 4 by 6. If you would like to get the size small, which fits a 6 1/4 inch, we have the last 90 for the entire day. That is it. Now let's go to Kingman turquoise. Of all turquoises out there, there's two mines that are the creme de la creme. One is Sleeping Beauty, the other one's Kingman. Look at how clear this is. Even for Kingman, that's amazing. It really rivals Sleeping Beauty. If you want the size small, we're down to the last 150 in size small turquoise. Now, let's talk Tanzanite. What Colleen did that was so brilliant is she really wanted to up the level of quality of every piece she did in this today's special, and she did that by using even more saturated Tanzanite than she's ever done before. The color is absolutely magnificent. In the Tanzanite, I have 250 left for the day. And then finally, and we'll break these down individually, this is the most amazing opal. In fact, it almost rivals Mexican fire opal. In fact, at first glance, I thought it was, because there was so much orange in it, but the play of color, the quality of opal is impeccable. That is available, and again, the size small is the most limited. But if you want any of these 2 or 3, I would absolutely order that size small before the night is over, because those will be gone very early later on today. So where would you like to begin?
I want to start actually with the turquoise. And you've got turquoise earrings in.
I am wearing the turquoise earrings.
You are, oh, that's so perfect. Okay, so this is Kingman turquoise. And I always say, when you're shopping for high quality turquoise, shop for the king of turquoise. Kingman, it's the king of turquoise. It's the best that you can get. Turquoise gets its color from mainly 2 different elements. So if you have tons of iron, it's gonna be more green. If you have tons of copper, it's gonna be more blue. This is the absolute perfect combination of both of those. This is textbook quality turquoise. This is why everyone at the Tucson Gem Show, this is why everyone in the jewelry industry, this is why everyone at home is calling in, this is why everyone shopping for turquoise wants Kingman, is because it has that beautiful color. We call it robin's egg blue. And what's incredible is that not just one of these gemstones has that perfect color, not just 2 of them. This spans, you know, half of the wrist. You counted earlier, it's what, 14 cabochon cut, oval shaped Kingman turquoise gemstones set in a house of sterling silver and rhodium finished. Where on earth?
Yeah, at $139.98. And I said this earlier too, I've done so many turquoise shows. You could get a couple little stones, maybe a stone like that, and a sterling silver ring. Let's just cover everything up except 1 stone. Now, if you were in Taos or New Mexico or Albuquerque or wherever, that is over $139.98. Let alone it's an entire bracelet, and it's all encompassing. This is all sterling silver, so it's 100% precious metals. So, beautiful story there. Now, let's move on to the multi-tourmaline. How about if we do that?
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I said this earlier, if you were incredibly patriotic, this is actually the gemstone of the nation. So turquoise, which we just discussed, is the gemstone of Arizona, the state Arizona. But multicolored tourmaline is the gemstone of the nation. And I think it's because we really are a melting pot, right? And so we're a combination of all of these beautiful colors and textures. where else do you see those gorgeous rainbow hues in genuine gemstones? That's the caveat, in genuine gemstones, because you can see it all day and it's crystal, it's glass, it's plastic, but these are multicolored tourmaline. And if you're a gem collector, or if you study gems, or you're very interested in gems, you know some of the most expensive, let me slow down. Some of the most expensive gemstones on planet Earth are tourmaline. Paraiba tourmaline, right? Watermelon tourmaline. That beautiful rainbow hue is all of the rage for the summer. It looks like you've got citrine, ruby, morganite, green amethyst in there, but these are all genuine tourmaline gemstones, and they are fabulous.
And you know what I love about this one too is even as we transition to the fall, all of those richer tones, the greens, those beautiful kind of burnt oranges, you see that beautiful kind of violet ruby red color.
Yes.
They will morph into all your fall tones. So for me, the multicolor is so happy and pretty and sparkly for the spring, summer. But then again, when we start wearing all the rust and cinnamons and all those darker and holiday colors, watch, you'll see that the other darker colors become more dominant when you're wearing it. So I think this one's very versatile.
It's, it's universal almost.
Oh, really? And it matches anything in your wardrobe, which is, you don't have to think about it too much. Little heads up though, I have 900 left total in all 3 sizes for the entire day. And by the way, if I missed it, small is 6 1/4, medium is 6 3/4, and large is 7 1/4. So only 900 left for the whole day. That's like a drop in the bucket on that one. All right, so we've done that. Now, the #1 most popular at this point, it was a race between the turquoise, the Kingman turquoise, and the Tanzanite. But the Tanzanite has now sort of jumped into the lead at this point.
Tanzanite's pulling ahead.
It is pulling ahead. And I'll tell you what, for all of these for sure, your opening it at home experience is going to be about 5 to 10 times better than what it looks like on TV. And I think that is so true for this Tanzanite.
Absolutely. So Tanzanite is one of those gemstones that it's mystifying, it's exciting. You know, I love reading the reviews specifically for the Tanzanite within Colleen Lopez's collection and other pieces, because everyone says, great price. Everyone says, awesome color. Everyone says, deep saturation. That's the quality of Tanzanite that you're getting here. And in fact, if you have Tanzanite already from the Colleen Lopez collection, I want you to prepare yourself for even better, because we have upped the game. We have given you even more vividity. We've given you even more saturation, right? And not only that, but this is a gemstone that is renowned for kind of showing you different colors from different angles. That's why I say that it has this mystifying quality. And you can see that. You look down at your bracelet, you know, the average person looks at their wrist about 200 times per day.
Really?
Yep, they're looking at their watch, they're looking at their nails. When you look down at your wrist, don't you want to see something beautiful?
Yes, absolutely.
Don't you want to see something exceptional?
You know, what you want to do is you want to smile. You want to look at your wrist and your eyes want to light up and you want to smile. And I think any of these 4 choices do that. But I will tell you, if you think the Tanzanite looks great here on camera, I said it earlier. Yeah, wait till you get it at home. Wait till you get it at home. It is so saturated, and so it's probably some of the best Tanzanite I've ever seen in my life. And I've actually been to South Africa. I went to a Tanzanite store. I was waiting to go out to where Nelson Mandela was held on the island, and there was this beautiful Tanzanite store. True story. I walked in. The Tanzanite was just mind-blowing. I was looking at thinking, oh my gosh, well here I'm somewhat close to Tanzania. I should be able to get a great price. I'll never forget. I walked in, smiled at the guy behind. He had to let me in. It was locked. That's how expensive it was. I walked in, I looked down, I looked at the prices, I looked back up at the guy, smiled, turned around, and bolted out. It was so expensive. And so if you've ever had the opportunity to see Tanzanite in person, I just want you to know this one will be mind-boggling. And I'm not exaggerating on that one either. I really am not. The colors, when you see it in person, like look, when you and I look at it, it looks totally different than on camera. And I think we're doing a really decent job on camera. But boy, when you get it at home, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. No one has been able to pull this off other than Colleen for the quality, and look at the amount and the consistency. To be able to get this many stones, this large of size, and to have consistent color is almost impossible to do.
That is a really excellent point, because these are gemstones that come out of the ground. We never know what color they're going to have, what clarity they're going to have. So they're placed in what's called a sorting room, where all of these gemstones are placed together, and we have got to find perfect matches. Even with these opal, we've got to find perfect matches to make sure that each opal looks identical to the one sitting next to it. Because you don't want one tanzanite that's more purple than the other. You don't want one opal that has more play of color than the other.
Right.
So color matching in the jewelry industry is paramount. And all of these have been perfectly color matched to ensure that they look high-end, right?
Oh, they are.
I mean, yeah, absolutely, and
Well,
they
because it would
are.
ruin this. If these 5 were beautiful and then these were all cloudy, that's bad jewelry. I mean, don't buy it.
Absolutely.
Don't waste your money on it. And you'll still spend a fortune on it. It's not going to be $139, I can tell you that. All right, let's
Correct.
feature the opal. Now, again, I'm trying to do my very best, even though in a past life I was Italian, and not move my hands, but I want you to see exactly what Lamar was saying. Look at the fire. Look at the color play. There are oranges, there's greens, there's pinks in there. To get this kind of, look at that, look at right there, you can see just how gorgeous that opal is.
You know, I was looking at opals the other day.
Yes.
And they had an incredible play of color. But they didn't actually, the colors didn't dance. They didn't actually play. They seem so boring. They seem so static. And so when you have a really, really high quality opal, the colors are almost going to chase after one another. They're going to look like they're interacting with the light because that's what they are. It's actually a visual phenomenon. All right, Kenya, what are we wearing over here?
I'm wearing the opal and the turquoise.
We've got opal and turquoise.
Yes.
So what I'm going to give you is a tanzanite option because these two are the birthstones for the month of December. And these two are flying out the door. They are going so crazy. If you're born in the month of December, if you just happen to love these gemstones, if you happen to love someone who is born in the month of December, you've got turquoise, Kingman, remember the king of turquoise, and you've got that beautiful, luscious tanzanite. You can't go wrong. All right, Victoria. Oof, did you get taller? Oh my God,
She just keeps growing.
Look at me. What are you wearing over here?
I got almost a little bit of everything. I've got the tourmaline and the opal and the tanzanite.
Okay, so you are also wearing birthstones. So if you are born in the month of October, if you know someone who was born in the month of October, if you love someone who was born in the month of October, multicolored tourmaline and that beautiful white opal, those are the birthstones for the month of October, and it does not get better than this. The colors are so incredibly vivid and striking.
Oh gosh, yeah. I mean, you know what this is for I think all of us? It's candy for the eye. It makes you happy when you look down at it. And it's one of those really rare opportunities to get a stunning bracelet that all of us would think, oh, I could never afford that. Like if I was in a regular jewelry store and I looked down and I saw tanzanite and I saw all the stones and it's all precious metal, I wouldn't even ask the price. I'd just be like, oh, I'm sure it's way out of my budget. But quite frankly, to be able to have this at $139.98. And then with 5 flex, do you know what? It's $28 to get this home and you pay it off in 5 months. It comes right away. Just use a major credit card. You're going to have a collectible. You're going to have a favorite. You're going to have the one that your daughters are going to fight over when you're dead. Okay, let's just be really honest. It is one of those heirloom collectible pieces that you'll love to wear now, and for generations from now, they will love to wear. It's as fresh and updated as can be. It is great for layering. If you want to get multiples, it's a perfect time to do it. If you want to give as a gift, maybe you get yourself a turquoise, but you get all your daughters a different one, and just say, hey, I got his bracelets, not matching exactly, but matching in the moment. And I think they're going to absolutely love them. Now, there's a couple more features that Colleen did that I absolutely love about these.
Yes, I think I know what you're going to say, and I'm very excited.
Well, I've got 2 things. Number 1 is going to be the clasp. So originally, Colleen had done this clasp on a pair of earrings, and you who follow Colleen and love her jewelry, you loved them. It's a really easy push down. It opens up. You can do this by yourself. You need no help. You don't need a third hand. And it snaps closed, right? So listen, I'll do this. Hear that snap? So it snaps and it's super locked.
It's so satisfying, that sound as well,
Isn't it?
because you know that
It
it's
is.
safe and secure.
Yeah, it's there.
And it's quality.
Yeah, it's not just a weird little wire. You know how
Exactly.
some of them are little pieces of wire and they get bent and they don't close well and they don't secure right.
Correct.
So you guys loved it in the earrings. So what she did, she took the same thing you loved there and now it's on the bracelet. The other thing, it's an oval. That's a really big deal.
It is. So yes, I love that this is a bangle bracelet, because a bangle bangle is traditionally very, very round, and a bracelet generally has a clasp. So what we've done is combined it. It's a bangle bracelet, so it's an oval shape, which is gonna hug your wrist. And I love that because you want your jewelry to feel like it was sculpted for you. You want it to contour your body, right? So it's not round, it's actually going to perfectly frame your wrist.
And it will stay on top of your wrist.
Yes.
That's the most important thing about the oval.
It's not gonna roll around and around like a hula hoop.
Right, exactly. And you're gonna have these beautiful gemstones upside down, which would make you crazy, right? So that's great for the oval. The other thing she thought of, which I thought was so brilliant, was she even thought about working with the prongs on this and to make those smart prongs.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Okay, so have you ever snagged your jewelry on something? I was actually watching a reality TV show the other day, I kid you not, and this woman's hair got caught in another woman's earring as they were hugging. That won't happen here. That won't happen here because these prongs are rounded. They have this almost beaded finish that ensure. Look at how I just like run my finger. It's smooth. They're not gonna snag your clothes. They're not gonna ruin your sweaters. They're not going to interrupt your day. This, of course, is the multicolor Tourmaline, which I love. And this is that beautiful push lock mechanism that you adore in all of your earrings, which Colleen has now placed on the bangle bracelet for you. It could not be easier, and it's so secure.
All right, now just to make it even more delicious, and these have been wildly, wildly popular. In fact, for our earrings, they outsold our prediction in just the first hour, and we showed them for like 2 seconds. But I want you to see there's actually 2 different size earrings that you can get to go back to these, and they're so unique. We have the 1.5 inch and we have the 1 inch earrings. I'm actually wearing the 1.5 inch. Let me show you these up against the turquoise because they're inside out earrings, but she used 2 different gemstones on each earring. So you see turquoise on the front of this one, but look, if you peek inside, that is London blue topaz on the inside. For example, here is the opal, but then there's the multicolored tourmaline on the inside. We also have, this is so cool, this is going to be your tourmaline, right, with the pink opal in that one. And then finally, I've got one last choice, and that's gonna be the Tanzanite with white opals inside there.
Yes.
So they're a little bit mix and matchy when you really think about it. But I just want to give you a heads up. If you did not see the earrings last hour, they were extremely, extremely popular. Again, they oversold our projection. And the only reason I tell you is because I don't want you to miss out, especially if you'd love them. And they have the same unique, easy hinge as the bracelet has. So I just wanted to make sure and give you an alert that if you do want the earrings or you just want to buy them separately, maybe you're not going for the bracelet, then it's the perfect time to choose those. Okay, so we were talking a little bit earlier, and once again, the Tanzanite is absolutely in the lead.
As it
but
should be.
Tanzanite is only found in one place in the world.
That's right. And you know, I can't say this enough. Tanzanite is a one source gemstone, meaning we can find diamonds in Australia, in Africa, in China. Where do we find the gemstone Tanzanite? Tanzania. That's it. That's it. And geologists, not gemologists who study jewelry, but geologists who study the earth, do not believe that we will ever find Tanzanite again. Because,
really?
Yeah, it's that rare, it's that special. The unique combination of elements and circumstances that kind of converge to give us Tanzanite, we don't expect will happen again. So you have this luscious deep purple with hints of inky blues, with flashes of these electric magentas and hot pinks. It's a gemstone like no other. It's a birthstone. And it became a birthstone in under 50 years. This is not, you know, zircon, for example, or diamonds are billions of years old.
Yeah.
This is about 55 years old, Tanzanite.
Interesting.
And it's already so popular, it is so wildly loved because of that color that it's a birthstone for the month of December. There's just no gemstone like Tanzanite.
All right, here's another update because I'm the update girl. If you want the multicolor in the small, and again, the small fits a 6 1/4, the medium is 6 3/4, and your large is 7 1/4. We're down to 80 left. Poor Lamar, I've hit him like 3 times. I'm just like, can you believe it?
This is so exciting. I feel like we're in a race. like this is so exciting. But I'm so glad that you're understanding the value of the Today Special and of these gemstones and that you're shopping. Because I said this earlier, where on earth, where do you find this? Where on earth?
You can't, honestly, you can't.
No.
And I like, for example, you could go even on hsn.com right now, and you could, I'll do the turquoise as a great example. I could show you a little teeny seed bead earring.
Yeah, sure.
And sterling silver, and chances are it's gonna be more than $139. I mean, it's simply amazing what Colleen has pulled off. It's so rare to get Kingman turquoise, that robin's egg blue on the one I have, no veining whatsoever. I can't guarantee all of them, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be true. Well, I don't know, let me look at this one. Yep, no veining on that
same,
one, okay.
yeah.
So
Quality.
you're going to be just impeccable quality. This is the tough stuff to get your hands on. The Kingman mine is not even an active mine for turquoise anymore. So this is an impossibility. This beautiful multicolor tourmaline is just a miracle in itself, because all the colors are so beautiful, and it, quite frankly, is the most versatile of the options that we have tonight.
It absolutely is.
And then you're talking about opals that are spectacular because of that play of color. And then finally, I can't even get over the gorgeous Tanzanite.
I know.
It's almost unbelievable she pulled that off.
We're gushing over these gemstones.
We are gushing.
We didn't even mention, as we should, they're beautiful, 6x4 millimeters, individually faceted, gorgeous in color. But each and every single one of these also set in genuine 0.925 sterling silver, the best of the best, and rhodium plated, which is what we play white gold in to give it that ultra luscious, fine, bright white glisten.
This is a fun one, isn't it?
This is, yeah. I mean, I just look at the screen. Just
like,
on the wrist, it's just. That's it.
I just can't imagine if you're home and you see all four of them together, you're like, nah, that's kind of boring. It's like, no. For jewelry lovers, this is, honestly, you know what it is? It's a dream come true. This is so rare. And, you know, I think for doing jewelry as many years as I've had, and you've done jewelry forever too, but I've been doing it for 19 years here and then another couple years at QVC.